Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, and welcome to a new episode of Sipping with Jeremy. And today we're going to be talking about tip-top canned cocktails. To me, there's really two categories in the canned cocktail world. There's your long drink, which are more of like your vodka and sodas, your tequila and sodas, your ranch waters, which are all about 5 to 8% ABV. You know, they usually come in like an 8 to 12 ounce can, and they're lighter in alcohol, so they're kind of more of like an all-day drinker. And then there is the premium canned cocktail lineup, which is to me is what Tip Top is. In the past, I have made a video for Dash Fire canned cocktails, and those we still carry. We still really like Dash Fire, but they don't make every cocktail. Tip Top kind of picks up where Dash Fire drops off, in my opinion. So these cocktails are, really fun. They fit that same world where they are 3 ounces but taste like a truly craft cocktail. And all of them are, at least 22% ABV. So when people look at that, they're like, oh, why would I pay, $6 and change for a 3 ounce can where these other cans are the same price or maybe a little less expensive? And it's really, it's the percentage. Like, yeah, you are getting more alcohol in these little cans compared to that 8 to 12 ounce can. It's also the quality of what you're putting into it, too. These are really high quality products that they're putting into these cans, and you can taste it as you're drinking them. So with Tip Top, we have 4 different cocktails we're going to be trying. We have their margarita, their bee's knees, the Negroni, and the espresso martini. Let's go ahead and get started with the margarita. Tip Top's margarita is made with tequila, lime, and orange liqueur. And one of the cool things that Tip Top does on their cans is that they suggest what kind of glass to put it in if you have those glasses available. They also tell you, hey, shake this and put it over ice and treat it like a real cocktail, like you would, and have it on ice. So here, let's go ahead and try the margarita. That's just a really easy drinking, vibrant margarita. A lot of the pre-made margaritas or, a canned margarita can have a lot of sweetness to it. You get a little bit more of like the triple sec. You get a little bit more of like the agave syrup if they're using some type of sweetener in there. On this one, you get some really vibrant lime up front. Just a really vibrant zest of lime juice. You do get some really nice softer kind of white pepper. You get a little bit more of the savory flavors of the tequila. And then that orange liqueur just gives you some really soft sweetness on the back end, a little bit of the orange zest, softer kind of richness. So just really well balanced. Again, a lot of the canned cocktails you get for a margarita especially can just be super sweet. But this one's vibrant, has some really nice acidity to it. So it is something that, you taste the difference in it compared to your standard pre-made margarita. Now let's go ahead and move on to the bee's knees. I will be honest, I don't have any coupe glasses, and that's the suggested glass to serve this out of. So you wouldn't be using an on-the-rocks glass like I am with ice in it. What you would do is you'd have a chilled coupe that you would then pull out, shake this, and then put the bee's knees in. But let's go ahead and use what we have and try the bee's knees. I did forget to mention that the bee's knees is gin, lemon juice, and honey syrup, and that's exactly what you get in the profile in this. Super vibrant lemon up front, lemon juice, a little bit of lemon peel as well. You get some softer floralness from the juniper, from the gin that they use. There's a little bit more of a savory style gin. It doesn't taste super floral, definitely more kind of spice driven gin here. And then the honey just kind of gives you this nice roundness on the mouthfeel, kind of coats your tongue and just allows those really vibrant lemon flavors, that softer juniper, softer spice from the gin to kind of, take their place as well. So it was just super balanced. Again, with something like this, with something that's made with honey syrup, you could be afraid that it'd be a little sweet. But with Tip Top, they want theirs to be vibrant. They want them to taste like true cocktails. So you get this really fresh lemon flavor. And that's just really cool. Bee's Knees is a super refreshing drink, and this one is just super crisp and refreshing too. Let's go ahead now and move on to the Negroni. Negronis are one of my favorite cocktails, kind of a go-to for me if I'm feeling a little crafty. In the Negroni, you are getting dry gin, vermouth, and red bitters. Let's go ahead and try it. A word that could be used to describe all the Tip Top canned cocktails is balanced. And something like a Negroni canned cocktail is a great way to show off your balance. So with this one, you do get some nice kind of dark fruit notes from that vermouth. The bitters, the red bitters, gives you some really vibrant, savory, herbaceous characteristics. And that plays well with the dry gin. I don't know if this is the same gin that they use for the bee's knees, but it has a lot of those same characteristics where it's super soft juniper, but then a lot more of the spice notes that you get from a gin. So a little bit more of those peppery kind of ideas. That works really well with the red bitters too. So those kind of two combinations of spice and bitters really dry out those really dark fruit notes that you got up front to bring a really nice balance to this. For me, Negroni, the reason why I like it is because it is a really well balanced cocktail, and something like the Tip Top Negroni can has a perfect example of that balance, where you get a little bit of fruit, but a lot more of those kind of bitter, savory characteristics too, to really balance everything out. Now we have one more. Let's move on to the most popular canned cocktail in 2023 and into 2024, the Espresso Martini. There are a lot of different recipes for an espresso martini, so there really aren't any guidelines for exactly how to make one. With Tip Top, what you're getting is vodka, espresso, and vanilla. And this is another one where you would take a chilled martini glass and then pour this into that. I don't have any martini glasses. The only person I know who still drinks martinis on a regular basis is my future mother-in-law. I should probably have one for when she comes down, just so we can give her a martini in the proper glass, but not yet. So yeah, we're just going to pour this into a regular one. Let's go ahead and check it out. This might be a little too inside for you all, but I can't drink coffee. Caffeine and me do not get along. I am very sensitive to it, so I don't really do a whole lot with coffee cocktails. Something like the Espresso Martini, though, especially this one from Tip Top, is a really good example to me of what Espresso Martini should be. I've had a couple before where they are too sweet for me, but this one does a great job. So you really get the nice espresso bean flavor up front, so you get that nice kind of roasty flavor. That does work really well with the soft vanilla notes here. That gives you a little bit more of kind of like a mocha profile to it, and just really well balanced. It finishes off drier than I've had in the past when it comes to an espresso martini. Sometimes that vanilla becomes a little too big and you get some big sweetness on the finish. This one finishes off more dry because, again, it's more that espresso bean flavor that is like fresh beans. So it's kind of just to get that nice kind of dry, savory characteristic from that. So really well balanced. Again, you get some really good flavors here. You don't taste any of the vodka, so you don't get that heat from that. And just really well balanced. I know I've said that before, but that's just a perfect way of describing this. And again, as I said, Tip Top cans in general are all super balanced, and another really good example here with their martini. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up this episode of Sipping with Jeremy. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Below, I will have links to where you can purchase these Tip Top cans on our website. And I'll also add the Dash Fire can cocktail one below too, because that is a brand, again, I still like Dash Fire a whole lot. I like their whiskey canned cocktails a little bit more, so that's why we carry their Old Fashioned and Manhattan. But these Tip Top ones are fantastic as well. With both brands, I think we've done a great job of finding brands that can bring balance to these canned cocktails. And again, you're getting great bang for buck. These things are, in the $6 price range after tax and everything. And you are able to have a truly craft cocktail at home. And these are great little, pre-gamers. Not saying that I condone drinking in the parking lot, but there have been times where, me and my fiance or me and my friends have gone to a sporting event, a wrestling event, a concert, and we will, be out front, give these little cold cans a quick little shake, 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 and while I don't have cups, 3 ounces, not that hard to knock back either. But thank you for joining us, y'all. Have a great day, and don't forget to drink well.